One.
In a little one-room country church off a little back road, there's a youngish man holding a cardboard box full of odds and ends, making his way down the dusty center aisle. Um, there's a table, an altar, if you will, in the front there, and he's pulling crucifixes and candle holders and fancy, ugly Walmart flowers out of this box and placing them there. He's wearing a white suit. It's an ugly white suit. It's probably linen, the big gaudy linen texture, and a black tie. And he's just kind of dusting things off as he's setting up.
Alright. Well, what you would probably see is a red Ferrari kind of slowing down with a blonde, blue-eyed vixen in the driver's seat with what appears to be someone who recently suffered either a serious head wound or some sort of ocular surgery. In a very nice Armani suit with a red tie and red rose kind of stuck to the lapel. What appears to be some sort of strange ornamental markings on it, and you catch a glint of a blue diamond ring as it kind of catches the starlight. Well, I gotta say, you're not used to seeing these kind of buildings up in the hills. Mind if we pull over and have a look?
Indeed, it really is unique. He's just kind of looking around.
And the car kind of slows down and pulls up to a halt. Oh, what have we here? And he's just kind of nudging the girl gently. Remember to take notes. We don't know what we're actually seeing.
It being the middle of summer, these doors are probably propped open with a box fan, kind of cooling the inside out.
And what you see is this rather 6', powerfully built gentleman kind of getting out of the car. Like I said, his head's wrapped up pretty thoroughly, so he's not actually seeing what he's looking at, but he's sort of leaning over and looking to the woman. Kind of describe the surroundings to me, if you would, darling.
It's dark. There were things and buildings. I don't know. What do you want? Looks over it and confused. Exactly what do you want me to describe from you? There's not really much here. There's just a lot of buildings. There's a church.
Well, we'll go have a look in there, how about? And he's just sort of trying to reassure her, gently stroking her spine, just trying to calm her down. Don't worry, don't worry. You're not used to being a seeing eye dog. It's fine.
She starts walking towards the church and basically forgets that she still has the keys in the car, so she runs back and goes,
And as he feels the rush of air, he kind of stops for a second and seems a little bit bewildered, looking around kind of sightlessly, but gotta do a perception alertness check to see if he actually notices anything in particular. Higher difficulty, I'd imagine, like difficulty 8.
Yeah, do it at a +2.
Alright. A churn and nothing. Normally that would have been good, but otherwise I'm not seeing shit. So he actually runs into a wall. Boing! Okay. Alright. Need to start getting used to this.
She just kind of giggles quietly to herself, knowing she's really going to do that anyway, at least once.
So yeah, this gentleman has just stepped into your church here and ran, head first into the wall. Yeah.
Is there something I can help you with, sir?
Oh, pardon me. I was just having a look around, so to speak. He just kind of self-deprecatingly touches the bandages and kind of has a little bit of a chuckle.
I see that you found the wall. Would you like to find the seat as well?
Oh, thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
Go over and attempt to help guide them in.
All right. So
Do you think
he just.
he runs to him and helps him out?
Mm-hmm. By the way, this is Miss Alice. She is my liaison. Helps with certain affairs and all.
Oh, I see. Folks don't look like you're from too nearby. I would make a joke that you look lost, but it's one of the hazards of the occupation, I'm afraid.
Oh, actually based in Mecklenburg. I had a bit of an accident, but I'm the gentleman in charge of the racetrack there. Nathaniel Ashford at your service, sir. He extends a kind of a big but rather well manicured hand your way, just for you to shake.
You've heard that name before, Reverend.
Pardon?
You've heard that name before.
Okay. Ah, it's a pleasure, Mr. Ashford. I'd stretch out my hand and grab his and kind of like firm, meaty southern handshake.
Pleasure as always. Now, is there anything I could do to help? After all, I've recently had a lot of good experiences with churches. Perhaps I could make a small donation or help out me.
Well, we will certainly accept anything that you would care to part with, sir. I'm afraid that I'm rather new in town and I don't particularly have a whole lot of knowledge of the area that may be more useful in the beginning than a financial contribution, although we will never turn away an empty purse.
All right. Well, let's see. How can I help? Well, there are quite a number of individuals set up around here. I would normally advise to steer clear of the mountain simply because it's common courtesy to whoever lives up in that area. They're rather obtrusive individuals. You know how some of these people are that live out in the hills. Perhaps they're a mite inbred, skittish of strangers. We don't know, but we tend to stay away from it. Now, I will say this. Also, there are a number of very good eating establishments. I myself am based out in Mecklenburg, and you can usually find me in my racetrack office, but I do keep a small home in another location. You understand, when I have to escape the hustle and bustle of work. But is there anyone in particular you're needing to get in touch with, or?
Well, if you might extend my name to those in the know, I'm the Reverend Jimmy J. Johnson. That's Jimmy J. as in Jimmy James. Maybe you've heard of me, maybe not. Probably not. If you have, there may have something gone terribly, terribly awry. But I am always in the need of new friends, and I don't like to step on toes, you see. So, if you could just perhaps let some of your friends know that I have moved into this little corner of the hillbilly backwoods, I sure would appreciate it.
Oh, exactly. Maybe a step down from an actual formal introduction, but just kind of alert the senses a little bit, if I'm catching your drift.
Yes, of course. Not having the fortuitous and now he's officially like talking over his head. He's using words that he doesn't really understand at this point.
Yeah.
Nature, I have not acquired the contact information requisite to. Oh hell, I don't know nobody.
Oh, it's perfectly understandable. As I said, you now have a friend in me at the very least. And he'll actually remove about $500 from his pocket and move towards the collection plate and place that in there. Now, as of course, I'd be more than happy to introduce you personally, and not exactly that you can't see his eyes blinking, but you notice on occasion that his chest might not be moving as frequently as a normal human's. There's just small ticks that kind of give it away after a little while.
Interesting. Interesting.
Just minor, like teeny tiny things that people wouldn't normally pay attention to. But
We thank you for your donations. We are greatly appreciative of your contributions to our efforts here.
oh, of course. Is there any particular business that you're in? Perhaps there's something I could help you with, other than reaching the hearts and minds.
Well, you see, I do occasionally come across knickknacks now and then that I endeavor to move to people who might appreciate them. I've got an entire case in the back of blessed handkerchiefs from the last revival that never moved. And I could use a little. I was not allowed to bring my precious pets with me on this journey, and I am looking to perhaps acquire some more.
When you say pets, you mean, um,
Oh, well, you see, typically we keep a few snakes on hand for the festivities, just purely for show and decoration.
oh, so perhaps if there was a way to put you in touch with some people that actually exotic animal handling permits.
That might work out very well. Yes, it would be very helpful.
Well, and I can also see to maybe getting you a few racing tickets if you're interested in the sport.
Well, I could be. I could be. I have never gone to the races as such. Uh, it would be a pleasure. I'm assured.
Oh, of course, I'm sure that the general area that your congregation appeals to would be high into my customer base, so it's a good business decision on my part. So,
Quite, quite.
Alice is just kind of looking between the two and was very interested at the word when snake was mentioned.
you kind of see the eyes flare up a little bit. Oh, darling, are you still trying to acquire a couple of pets of your own?
I want one. And yes, I'm quite fascinated by snakes.
They're
Oh,
fantastic creatures.
Can I see one?
mm.
They're absolutely fantastic creatures. I was unable to bring mine with me. They had to remain behind with a member of my former congregation.
So,
However, should I acquire some more, you are always more than welcome to come by and see them.
oh, of course.
Well,
Now,
thank you.
so you deal primarily in acquisitions of property, things like that. Um, uh, all right. And I'll see if I can pass your word along to some rather influential individuals. At least let them know that someone's um, taken up residence in this area.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that. We are always looking to grow the flock of the Lord.
hmm Perfectly understandable. If there is any way I can be of service, do let me know.
I
But
shall indeed.
and you'll have to forgive me. Normally, I would love to stay and chat, but given that I have recently suffered a bit of a wound, I feel like it's best we keep this particular meeting brief for now. The bandages should come off in a day or two, so I'll be happy to stop by then when I can actually observe with my own eyes. But until then, he'll actually reach into his pocket and offer up a business card.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I will take very good care of this. And he'll slide it into the inner coat pocket of the jacket.
Mhm. It's basically his contact information as well as, basically just says financier, assistant, just gives a short list of job titles as well as owner of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Uh, and he'll kind of reach for the blonde, blue-eyed lady and make his slow exit out.
Grabs a hold of Ashford's arm and, not judging distance, smacks him right into the door again.
Do watch that door frame. It's a bit tricky.
Oh, she enjoys
It's
playing
about that time as you guys are getting up to head out. It's about that time you hear what sounds like glass breaking.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I'll definitely turn around at that sound and be a little disconcerted by that.
We're gonna see what that's about. What direction did it come from?
From outside, back where he parked the Ferrari at.
Oh, that's real bad.
Oh, oh, well, definitely I'll rush outside a little bit as fast as a blinded man can go.
As you get out there, I'm not even going to have you roll for this one. Oh, well, obviously, no, because she can tell you what it says. Reverend, it's obvious to you what it says. The passenger side window of his Ferrari has been busted out and spray painted on the side of the car in black spray paint it is the phrase, fuck you worm. WYRM.
Oh, jeez, come on. I mean, that's terrible. Wow, who would do that? Who would do that?
Um, he's a little bit. His eyebrows will actually shoot up, and you'll notice that it's kind of an interesting, rather nice red gold color. Uh, well, it seems that certain individuals don't seem to enjoy my company.
Well, so much for another car.
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Oh, yeah. Well, we can always get it repaired, but still. Now, let's hope that the gentlemen who did this little incident weren't loitering about, accosting the blind, like rather, brigands in the street, but...
I'm gonna rush back inside. The Reverend's gonna grab his broom and a little whisk broom and a dustpan, and he's gonna come back out, and he's gonna offer. Would you like me to sweep up the mess in your car, sir?
Oh, thank you. Now, as of course, I'll be more than happy to scratch your own back in return. This is a very sad incident, but I am somewhat of a car enthusiast myself. If you should ever want to stop by the house and have a look.
Of course.
She then reminds Ashford of the other day, and then just kind of looks down, apologizing.
What exactly do you say about the day, dear? Just so I know in character.
I'm sorry for wrecking the Jaguar.
Oh, it's fine. It's just more on the repair bill, it seems. Well.
Actually, but...
All right, now, Rev, as you turn to go back inside to get that broom, you notice there's something spray painted on the church too.
Okay. What's it say?
An upside down cross is painted on the front of the church in that same black spray paint with the words, God is dead.
Oh, well, this will never do. These people need to read the scripture more. Do they not know that this is actually not a terrible, offensive symbol? I swear, the ignorance of some people.
You'd be surprised. I run into a few of them myself. Now, if of course this does ruin the aesthetic, I can hire some paint crews, perhaps look in on it. But, you know...
Oh, I've got a can of paint in the back. I can take care of it. I do appreciate it, though.
Alice just rubs the wall. It's like, well, it's very easy to come off, as she just gets it all over her hand now.
I hand her a handkerchief from my pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it would seem there are certain individuals with particular predilections against either wealthy businessmen or religious officials. I don't know which, but...
Some people don't like either, to be fair.
Yeah. And especially since I'm one of the few gentlemen around here with an actual charity, this kind of has me a bit nonplussed.
I'm rather used to this sort of treatment. It's unfortunate.
Oh,
But I'm sure that they will come to their senses and apologize in due time.
oh, sure. Surely. Now, as of course, if you need to get in touch with me for anything at all, do let me know. And he just kind of leans in a little bit. Alice, can you quietly and very simply describe the gentleman because I can't see him myself?
He's still. Alice is still looking at her hand, the fact that there's still spray paint on it, and not realizing what's going on at this point.
Oh dear, do try and focus. Alice, I need you to give me a short physical description of the gentleman so I know what he looks like when my eyes are restored to me, if you don't mind.
Long hair, has a beard.
Hold on just a moment. Let me remedy this. Where is the button for the thingy? The thingy.
Don't worry, if you want to get your...
Do. There we go. Ha 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 ha. This button and this button and this button.
Not a problem whatsoever.
All right.
Sorry,
Give
I
us just a second.
other
My
characters
bottom,
shouldn't actually know
there
what the
you go.
character
There
looks
you
like.
go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
dark hair, kind of a white suit. Rather friendly looking face. Got it.
Yeah, he's got like short hair and he's perfectly clean shaven. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's ridiculously close. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. All right then.
nothing like me at all.
Oh, and by the way, if you do happen to run into members of your congregation that have, say, need of some rather interesting items, feel free to let me know. I do tend to acquire things myself from time to time. I've also been known to do a little bit of freelance investigation, hacking, things like that.
Interesting.
Investigation.
Yes,
Ah,
I sometimes reacquire stolen property for others. I sometimes run a little bit of security, acquire information, that kind of thing.
understood. I will make note of this in my little mental Rolodex.
hmm And he'll, after the Reverend is kind of done sweeping up the broken glass, just kind of uh, make towards the car and actually manage to see if I can get it open without another perceptual alertness. Thankfully, it's not too abysmal. And with 2 successes, he actually finds a door.
You're good.
Yep.
Then hops in the driver's seat, hoping she can actually drive now.
Oh, of course, dear. I was letting you have your outing, so do enjoy yourself. Um, as of course, Reverend, I will be most um useful as a typical blabbermouth I am to pass along your information and be aware that someone has actually taken up residence in the area. Make sure you don't step on any toes. Get the official introductions to those higher up on the totem pole out of the way. He kind of, you almost see him wink at you and kind of smile for a second, but his eyes are covered, so it's kind of a conspiratorial nod.
fair enough.
On the side note, what would I roll for driving?
Dex,
X drive.
yeah, so that would be 3 for you, darling.
Oh, I actually get 2 successes. This is good.
Yep, and one of them being a 10.
So yeah. She waves a hand in goodbye to the kind Reverend and just slowly drives off.
He'll wave back and wait until they're completely gone before going back indoors.
You notice that they haven't yet his bumper is hanging halfway off the car.
Oh gosh.
Oh, oops. Hmm.
Do I see anything in the vehicle from my vantage point that should alarm me?
No, just just the fact that apparently
Just
someone just beat the car all to hell.
okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is what happens. This is what happens. Okay.
I mean,
So when they are sufficiently gone, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, you wouldn't see anything particularly out of place. What appears to be some very nice laptops, although the tinted windows are kind of blown all to smithereens, I'm assuming by a very meaty fist or a brick or something. Um, but yeah,
It
you're
was
just
just that one. It was just that passenger window.
yeah.
The rest were intact.
Okay, okay, good to know. Um, but yeah, you wouldn't notice anything particularly suspicious.
All right. When they are well and gone, I'm going to turn my attention back to the spray paint. And we're going to. What's the lighting situation outdoors here?
It's mostly dark, but there is a street lamp that's there in the churchyard that you're able to you're able. That's how you've been able to read everything is by the
Yeah.
that really low LED style light. But other than that, it's dark out here, and I mean it's like dark.
Okay. Um, let us. Is there a switch on this street light, or is it like a legitimate street light? It's not like an outdoor light
It's
for the
Oh,
church, but it's like
it's an actual legit put there by the city
okay. So
light.
that there's nothing I can do to turn that off.
and Mitch, if there's anything you need rolled, just let me know.
Cool. Dice stream.
All right,
Okay.
for future though.
Fair enough. There's like
We
19 of them on
prefer,
Google, so
well, like I said, we just happen to use dice stream, but
Yeah,
anything that can show the physical dice, we're okay with.
okay. So if I shut the doors to the church, the street light's all that's out here, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
Unless you turn the lights all the way, wide open in the church, the street lamps all that's out there.
no. We're gonna shut the doors to the church for a minute, and we're gonna look around to make sure that there's nobody watching. Is there anybody watching?
Not that you can tell.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go to the side of the church where it's nice and dark, and we are going to start sniffing around, and we're going to see if we can find anything in the darkness that might lead us to the people who are doing these horrible, awful things to my brand new church.
and my lovely car. How much in perception alertness there for you, bud?
Me? Let's see. Perception, alertness. That would be 4.
Not a problem. Only slightly worse than myself. Let's see how this goes. And you do pretty good. 2 successes.
No,
Cool.
2 good ones too.
Oh, also, the darkness, the finding the like nice, quiet darkness on the side of the church. Obviously, I'm going to be very discreetly using Tiny the Asp.
Oh yeah, of course.
Uh,
You do nothing immediately is jumping out at you,
Okay.
but you do have the very faint smell of wet dog.
and can I just say that's a rather inventive use of the power. I approve of
Yes,
this.
it is.
Out of character.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a very I mean like barely noticeable smell of wet dog.
Oh, that's not good. That means either gangrel or 9 foot tall furry engines of destruction that might eat me.
Accurately put.
Yep.
Either way, puppy power, bad plan. Okay, got it. So at that point, we're gonna go back inside the church. We're gonna wipe down the spray paint off the side there, and we're gonna go back to setting stuff up. I guess, until something else moves me to do another action, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're
Over the
pocketing
course
that
of,
$500.
Yeah.
That's my pocket money now.
That's okay.
oh, yeah, obviously, clearly.
Yeah.
The only thing that happens for the rest of the night, it's relatively quiet. Oh, but a one odd, strange phone call from a number that you don't recognize. It's more of a, it's not even really a number, it's more a series of characters that comes across the
Okay,
phone before you try to answer it.
that's peculiar. We're gonna let that go to voicemail.
And this is where I go, aww, fine.
I mean, I'll screen the call. I'm not gonna turn it directly down. I'm gonna screen it though, because that's really weird. And I just got spray painted, and there was a very expensive car damaged in my driveway.
Yeah. It doesn't look good for anybody. So
Would
it,
David leave a voicemail? I don't know. Is he the type to do that?
Um,
Well, which phone are
actually,
you
okay, I've
calling?
got it. All that you get,
Whatever number you gave, whatever contact information you gave to Ashley.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what it comes in on.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll take it then.
Oh, okay. It rings a couple. Of course, it rings a couple times until you pick up.
Hello.
Ah, hello, Reverend Johnson. I can't do the accent, but you hear a distinct Middle Eastern accent.
I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage, sir.
Let's just say my name's David. It's my business to know everyone.
Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. David.
Likewise. Let's see. Ashford wanted me to get in touch with you and offer whatever help I could.
Lovely gentleman, terribly sorry about his vehicle.
Vehicle?
There was an
Oh,
act of
yes, that.
vandalism in the
Yes.
parking lot.
We'll see what we can do about that. Yes. Anyway, if there's anything you need, information on people you might need, um, places you can go, feel free to give me a call.
I most certainly will, thank you very much. And likewise, I am now here setting up shop and am open for business.
Ah, very good. I'll see if we can't get somebody by to see you.
That would be lovely.
Now, I'll be in touch, but I'll do you this one solid. I'm texting you a number where you can reach me.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir.
And a couple of seconds later, you hear in the call a ding or whatever your notification sound is.
Okay.
All right, and yet you do actually get a solid phone number.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
will make a note of that. There will be no name associated with it,
Uh,
but I will keep it
ah,
in my phone.
ah.
I thank you, sir.
Nah, quite welcome. And if you have need to be discreet about things, you may call me Red Owl.
Ah, so noted. Very nice moniker.
It's from my old days. Maybe I'll tell you later.
Could be a fun conversation.
Yes. And since you're a reverend, maybe later we can have a little discussion about things.
But of course, sir.
I always like to discuss things with someone who's knowledgeable in such things. Anyway, I'll let you get about your business. Do what you need to do, and I will see you later. Click.
Well, that was lovely. Click.
She slightly changed the scenes to Alice, like Alice driving. She looks over at Ashford nearly crashing the car because she's not paying attention, and basically asks, "Don't we need to feed?"
Oh, yes, we do need to recover the damage, so I assume it would be best that you play bait again, my dear, if you're more than willing to do it. He
Well,
actually
yes,
removes
anything for you.
it.
I mean, we have to get you all up and good, right?
Oh, of course, of course. Um, so we'll stop by one of those, rather loud and rather nicely lighted clubs and get us something to snack upon, shall we?
You know I don't like those.
Hmm. So where would you like to go, dear?
But where else is there? Again, nearly crashing the car because she's talking to you.
Well,
You actually
um,
see in the in the other lane, you actually see you see the driver's hand come out the window with a very polite middle finger to you, with him screaming, watch the fucking road, you idiot."
uh, well, you know my particular predilections, so wherever you can find beautiful females as yourself, that would
Uh,
be.
let's go to the nightclub again.
Hmm. No, and that will kind of iris out the scene unless you need to see the rolls, Mr. Will.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mean to.
All right.
We will cut back over to the church momentarily, though.
Oh boy!
Yes.
I get to do
Yes.
stuff. Yay.
Your phone rings again, but it's not from that series of characters. And it's not from that phone number you were given. It's from another phone number.
Well, I did ask that the introductions be made. Click. Hello, good evening. How may I assist you?
Reverend Johnson, I presume.
Yes, of course, sir.
Mr. Ashford gave me your number. I just wanted to introduce myself, and we can do this more formally at a better time. But I'm afraid I'm away on business in Raleigh tonight. But just wanted to make my voice known to you. My name is Oliver Terrence. I kind of look after the district up there in Appalachia.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. I did want you to know I was kicking around in your backyard.
Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure if I didn't find out soon, the fur balls up there would.
That is not exactly filling me with warm fuzzies, if you'll forgive the pun, sir.
As likely it shouldn't. Usually they don't usually bother us unless somebody's bothered them first. But either way, just
Do
that
they
being said,
do they have a
stay
tendency
away from me.
to stay away from
My
where, sir?
apologies. Do stay away from the grandfather mountain, as they call it.
Oh, yes, of course. I was warned about that. Are there vandals in this area, sir?
No more than normal.
Ah, merely
May
curious,
I
sir.
inquire as to why you ask?
There was an incident when Mr. Ashford was here. His lovely car was rather beaten to a pulp and spray painted along with the side of my church.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Great. Now I'm gonna have to owe Mr. Ashford a boon.
There is there's a bit of a smell around this area too. Are there many strays, sir?
Strays.
fuzzy creatures?
Not usually. They stay up there on around Grandfather Mountain. They don't usually bother us.
Well, perhaps someone was merely washing their dog near the scene of this incident at ridiculous o'clock in the evening. Thank you, sir, for
No,
the...
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, good Reverend. I'm not calling you a lie, but it's not common for them to come
No,
down,
I understand it's
that far away.
terribly sorry. I did not mean to imply that you did not trust me. Not that you should, mind you, as we have just met. It's merely that it seems unusual in both of our estimations, is all.
Indeed, indeed. Well, like I said, I'm afraid I'm stuck over here in Raleigh for the night, but do take care of yourself up there. It's usually pretty quiet.
I appreciate the conversation, sir, and I do look forward to making your acquaintance more formally.
Very well, Mr. Johnson. Very well. Uh, do have yourself a good night, and I, as well, look forward to speaking with you. You see the phone goes dead on his side of the line.
Cool. Great. So, with the name drop, the nickname drop of the furballs, with the discussion of Grandfather Mountain, and with the particular phrasing spray painted on the side of the vehicular module, might I make an occult roll to make sure that I have connected these dots correctly?
Yes, you may.
Go for it.
Okay, so what is that again? It's
Intercult.
Yeah, intelligence
Oh.
occult.
Yeah, intelligence.
Do. Let me make sure I got that right. Yep.
How many you need? There we go.
Oh, he's got it.
That standard.
One.
You
One.
got that 8, so
The evidence is pretty clear.
Okay.
There's a
Yeah.
possibility now. This could be all just a big ass coincidence, but the evidence is pretty clear.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not an idiot.
yeah, it's a fair game.
Yeah. You could pretty much guess what it is that did it. Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Great. I'm gonna start in Dancing with Werewolves. This is gonna be awesome.
So I guess this is where we would iris out the
Yes,
night.
it would be. Say, unless you have anything else there, good Reverend Johnson.
They basically arrive at the nightclub, she gets another person again, and they drive off with just an unknown being in the car.
All right.
And as we iris out the scene, seen in the rearview mirror of this Ferrari is the club Pulse.